Welcome back to PPMA TV, brought to you by our good friends at Markham Image. I'm joined here by this noisy machine and Paul from WestRock. What's this machine? Actually, we can just see it about to kick off in the background. What are we talking about with this machine, Paul?
This is what we call a meta machine. It's a mandrel forming technology. Okay. So we're taking a flat blank rather than a pre-glued blank that you would normally make a case out of.
So those flat blanks are on the left-hand side. You can see them all stacked up just here, and then we can see them being formed in the machine.
So they're formed around a mandrel here, so we glue then the seam and the base and put out a completed case. And the advantage of that is we get much better stacking quantity on the pallets, so fewer pallets, the same number of cases, but a much stronger case because of the accuracy of the glue.
Well, let's come and take a look at those cases as they're coming out the end of the line here. And I love these. I think we can probably turn the machine off now, to be fair. We don't want to waste too many of these boxes. But let's take a look at what we've got here, Paul.
Yeah. So in this case, we're actually doing an 8-sided case.
I love this.
So we're doing a chamfer cover. We can do 6, 7, or 4, 6, 7, 8-sided cases. And that gives a really strong case, very high stacking strength, so you can save on your material. Also, because you cut off the corners effectively, it's a smaller blank. So if you've got a product where you don't need the corners, so a round product or a powder or granules or something, then you're actually using less corrugate as well, so you can reduce the corrugate grade and make it a smaller blank. So it's a real sort of a success story, but also a real sort of stronger piece of work. But we can do some really nice products with these 2-part cases, shipping own case. My colleague here stands on the box.
Chris, ever the showman, Chris, is standing on one of these 8-sided boxes there. Like you say, you've got that higher strength, and I guess that higher strength from a lower grade corrugated
weight or anything about that. So it's a higher strength box. So yeah, it's a great solution for bagging box, like say powders, pet foods.
And you were telling me before we went live about some of the innovations around the boxes that you're able to make. Let's say you've got a hot product, for example. You were talking about pies. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, we have an application with pie fillings where it's a bag inside the box. The product's hot, and when you palletize it, it's still hot, and the center of the pallet overcooks. So if we do a large chamfer corner, then you end up with a chimney effect, which cools the product, so they don't end up with product damage. So it's a much better quality product at the end of the day. We can do them in 2-part boxes for shelf-ready packaging, SIOC for shipping-own case, e-commerce kind of applications. And it's also a very high-speed case erector compared to a standard case erector, over 50 a minute, depending on the application. So yeah, it's a really interesting product.
This is one of 2 machines that you've got here at the show that we can see active on your stand. Just chat us through this other line here. What exactly are we looking at? What's the point here?
Yeah, this is our new, very new machine. It's a punnet forming, a PFS range machine. This is a dual head. So what we're doing here, this is very much on a plastics replacement. WestRock, we're a sustainability-based company. Our aim is to reduce plastics or remove plastics as much as possible. So here what we're looking at are produce trays, so apples or tree fruit or mushrooms, berries.
Which typically in my fridge come in as plastic punnets.
Exactly so. So this is a fully curbside recyclable equivalent. We've got various coatings. Because we're a manufacturer of materials, we can do the whole design for a customer, look at the coatings that are, if any are needed, that are appropriate, and supply the materials and the machine to go together to make sure they work and optimise. In this case, we're stacking them. So you'd send a stack of product out, but we could do it in line as well.
I'm just going to grab one of these out of here. There we go. And, well, it's a proper sturdy box for a start.
It's a very strong solution.
And that's coated as well, because I guess, speaking as a consumer here, one of the things that I'm concerned about is, say, with a pizza box, not that we order in pizza all that often, it's like, am I allowed to put that in the recycling because it's been spoilt with food? But if there's a coating on here, that can still work as a curbside recyclable material.
Absolutely, yeah. So the glue content and any coating content will mean it's still fully recyclable. It's very customer specific. We'll look at it with every customer, say, what are your products? What is your onward life of the product? How long is it likely to be on the shelf? Is it going to be picked in the field, or is it going to be repacked? So we'll look at the whole thing and we'll find the appropriate solution for the customer. And on the pizza box one, by the way, yes, you can recycle it still, because the quantity of oil is low enough that you can still recycle your pizza boxes. We've done some research on it in the US, so I can answer that question for you as well whilst we're on.
Even the morning after, if I'm having pizza for breakfast because I didn't get through my 12-inch pizza the night before. That is valuable information, and there's lots more valuable information from Paul and the team here on the stand. Very, very quickly, if you want your visitors to your stand to walk away with any message at all this year, what would that message be, Paul?
From our side, it would be that we're looking to reduce plastics and remove plastics. Come and see us. We can look at you for materials and automation solutions and find the best thing for your company, really, to remove the plastics. And I guess ultimately not to be too grand. We want to get plastics out of the sea. So come and talk to us and we'll be right up front and honest with you and find a great solution.
Good stuff. Well, anything which reduces single-use plastics is good in my book, especially when they're coming out of my fridge. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on PPMA Show TV.
Thank you.
Cheers.